Good evening. All having a good time. My name is Steve Aiello, President, co-founder of the Lynchburg Pops Community Band. On behalf of the officers, the board of directors, our wonderful conductors, and these fabulous musicians on stage, it's my pleasure to welcome you here tonight. This is an exciting concert to honor the memory of Neal Haworth and the men and women who gave their lives for this country's freedom. How fitting it is that we're celebrating Memorial Day in music. I'd like to tell you about a very exciting concert coming up on Sunday, October 15th at 4 p.m. This concert is called Generations because it's a children's concert for children of all ages. We will have instrument and section demonstrations, familiar music from different generations, songs that will jog your memory, bring a smile to your face, and a warm glow to your hearts. It'll be the perfect concert for you to enjoy with your children and your grandchildren. Plus, we'll have a few extra things going on to make it a really special afternoon. The Liberty University School of Music will have some of their music education students in the upper and lower lobbies demonstrating and telling you about their instruments and small ensembles. And we've been assured we will have some Star Wars reenactors joining us for the concert. Yeah, I'm excited too. Just imagine your children and grandchildren's delight when they see Star Wars stormtroopers marching down the aisle. If you see an alto sax player over there stand up and wave to the stormtroopers, it might just be me. You have a half-page ad in your program that will remind you to order your tickets as soon as the Academy makes them available. Please take a look at tonight's program for a moment. I was a music teacher for 39 years, so I'm going to play teacher for a moment. And I'd like you to play attentive student. Okay? The third piece in the program is the Suite in F by Gustav Holst. You'll notice there are 4 subtitles below the name of the piece. This indicates that the piece is to be played without interruption or applause. This is the case in a symphony or a concerto or a suite. So please refrain from applauding until after the 4th movement and Jim drops his arms and turns to face you, the audience. One other heads up, just a little below the midway point in the program, you'll see a piece titled The Light Eternal. Our announcer will give you the details of the story behind this piece. It's very important for you to realize, students, that there will be a great crescendo in the middle of the piece, and it will make it sound like the piece is over. It's not. It's a dramatic high point followed by a quiet section and a bit more drama before the build-up to the conclusion of the piece. Again, please wait until the maestro drops his arms and turns to face you. Please don't break the mood by applauding at the wrong time. And all of us thank you in advance for your restraint. As Jim has told us many times, when in doubt, watch the conductor. I was waiting for them to say it. Jim's going to fuss at you because you didn't know. And now, if you'll please notice where the emergency exits are and silence your cell phones. I asked Jim to give me 3 fascinating facts about our announcer. This is what he gave me. Might tell you more about Jim than about our announcer. He's an excellent cook. He's a competitive chili maker. He makes a mean macaroni and cheese with 14 cheeses. Okay? But very important, he is also the band director at Jefferson Forest High School and the Roanoke Youth Orchestra. Please join me in welcoming to the stage our announcer for this evening's program, Mr. David Webb.
Thank you very much, and good evening, and welcome to the Neal Haworth Memorial Concert. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome to the stage Maestro Jim Meredith and your Lynchburg Pops Community Band. Please rise as you are able and sing along with the Lynchburg Pops as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Tonight, we celebrate the life and legacy of Neal Haworth, who passed away in January. You'll find his biography printed in the program. Neal's music was the music of America, music of the times, from the past, and always music from the heart. As we begin, Henry Wallace, who served as vice president during Franklin Delano Roosevelt's third term, dubbed the 20th century the century of the common man. When the Cincinnati Symphony commissioned 18 American composers in 1942 to write original fanfares suited to the times, Copeland drew on Wallace's quote as the inspiration for both title and spirit of his instantly recognizable Fanfare for the Common Man. Okay, here is the answer to the question many of you are no doubt asking. You ready? Here it is. Julius Fucik. Yes, we'll have a quiz later. This most recognizable of marches, also known as Thunder and Blazes, was composed between 1897 and 1900, while Fucik was a military bandmaster in the Austro-Hungarian city of Sarajevo. The original title was Grand March Chromatique, but Fucik was so fascinated by the description of gladiators entering a Roman amphitheater in Henry Sankiewicz's novel Quo Vadis, Whither Goest Thou, that he changed the title to Entry of the Gladiators. Although it is often played at breakneck speed by circus bands, the proper tempo is from 100 to 120 beats per minute, as most European marches are played. Ladies and gentlemen, Julius Fucik's Entry of the Gladiators. 20th century English composer Gustav Holst composed not one but two masterworks of wind band literature. His first suite in E flat and second suite in F are considered cornerstones of the repertoire. Interestingly, though the second suite was mostly completed in 1911, Holst did not finalize the work until 1921, and it was not premiered until 1922. It seems Holst became so preoccupied with supervising a performance of Henry Purcell's Fairy Queen that he forgot all about Suite in F. In 1921, he was asked to compose another suite for military band, to which he replied, "I already have one." He then put the finishing touches on the suite in F, and the rest, as they say, is history. Ladies and gentlemen, Gustav Holst's second suite in F for military band. Based on 18th century French love song, Plaisir d'amour, Can't Help Falling in Love became a mega hit for Elvis Presley after it was featured in the 1961 film Blue Hawaii. Since then, the song has been recorded hundreds of times by artists all over the world, and in 2020 it was identified in a survey as the #1 most popular choice of couples to be played for the first dance at their wedding. Show of hands, anybody? Please welcome Pop's principal alto saxophone player, Alex Gurchinoff, as he performs James Swearington's arrangement of Can't Help Falling in Love. At our last concert, we paid tribute to the legacy of John Philip Sousa and his band, and we talked about the tremendous draw a Sousa band concert commanded. Now, the Sousa band was hired to perform for 3 weeks at the Cotton States and International Exposition of 1895 in Atlanta. Sousa composed the March King Cotton for the event. However, the exposition was turning into a financial disaster and was in danger of being canceled. But when word got around that the Sousa band was to perform, attendance improved dramatically. Atlanta was grateful for the success bestowed upon their event by Sousa's appearance, and King Cotton was named the official march of the exposition going forward. Lynchburg Pops is pleased to present to you one of John Philip Sousa's personal favorites, King Cotton. When Rodgers and Hammerstein's Oklahoma opened on Broadway in March of 1943, the U.S. was deeply entrenched in World War II. A conflagration of violence and suffering had enveloped much of the world, and the outcome was uncertain. Brave American soldiers were fighting and dying alongside our allies in a global struggle. At this tumultuous time, the Theater Guild offered GIs complimentary tickets so they could see the show before shipping off to war. The production was extremely moving to the troops, and their emotional response indicated how profoundly Oklahoma would resonate with the American public. The show came to represent the homeland. The show's revolutionary artistic approach propelled it to legendary status and secured its place as one of the most frequently produced musicals of all time. Please welcome Associate Conductor Steve Williams as he leads the band in John Edmondson's arrangements of Oklahoma. Standridge is currently among the most prolific composers of music for young and developing bands. In 2012, Standridge wrote this arrangement of the hymn, Come Thou Fount of Every Blessing, in honor of the life and influence of his grandmother, who had recently passed. Of the arrangement, he said, I find the words and meaning behind this beautiful hymn to be especially meaningful. It is from them, our parents and all our forebearers, from which all the blessings of our lives flow. George and Ira Gershwin's Embraceable You was originally written in 1928 for an unpublished operetta titled East and West. It was eventually published in 1930 and included in the Broadway musical Girl Crazy, where it was performed by Ginger Rodgers in a song and dance routine choreographed by Fred Astaire. Billie Holiday's 1944 recording was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame in 2005. Please welcome Lynchburg pop singer Mary White Smallshaw, to sing Embraceable You.
Embrace me, my sweet embraceable you. Embrace me, you irreplaceable you. Just one look at you, my heart went tipsy in me. You and you alone bring out the gypsy in me. I love all the many charms about you. Above all, I want my arms about you. Don't be a naughty baby. Come to mama, do. My sweet embraceable you. I love all the many charms about you. Above all, I want my arms about you. Don't be a naughty baby. Come to mama, do. My sweet embraceable you.
On February 3rd, 1943, the SS Dorchester, an American troop transport vessel, sank in the icy waters off the coast of Greenland, the victim of a German U-boat attack. Of the 904 men aboard, 605 were lost. Among those who perished were 4 Army chaplains, each of a different faith, each called to the same duty. The testimony of the survivors tells the story best. As overcrowded lifeboats capsized, as rafts drifted away empty, and men milled around the deck on the ragged edge of panic, the only fragment of hope came from these 4 men. And when the life jackets were gone, they gave away their own. As the survivors swam away, they remember the chaplains standing, their arms linked, braced against the slanting deck. They were praying words in Latin, Hebrew, and English, addressed to the same God. The Light Eternal, based on the hymn God of Our Fathers, is a reflective work that musically recounts this magnificent story. Ladies and gentlemen, James Swearingen's The Light Eternal. Carmen Dragon's magnificent setting of America the Beautiful has become a staple of the wind band repertoire. Once again, we welcome Associate Conductor Steve Williams to the podium to lead the band in this spine-tingling arrangement. Memorial Day is our national day of remembrance for all those who gave what Abraham Lincoln called the last full measure of devotion. The Pops would now like to honor all who have given their lives in service to this great nation and to pay tribute to those in attendance who, through their military service, have preserved our freedoms and way of life. As the band plays the United States Armed Forces Salute, we invite all active and retired military personnel to stand when you hear the song of your branch so that we may show our gratitude and honor your service. But first, we welcome to the stage United States Marine Gunnery Sergeant David Toothman, a former member of the Marine Drum and Bugle Corps, who will perform taps in memory of our fallen soldiers. funeral is a New Orleans tradition like no other. A horse-drawn hearse carries the coffin from the church to the cemetery, followed by mourners on foot. Close behind, a Dixieland combo known as the second line follows, playing a slow and somber Christian hymn tune such as Just a Closer Walk with Thee. Once the body of the departed is laid to rest, the Dixieland combo launches into a raucous, up-tempo New Orleans-style jazz concert, and a great party, a celebration of life, commences. Tonight we welcome our own Dixieland combo, Lynn Sipe on clarinet, Chris Satterfield and Rick Daniel on trumpet, Mario Ruiz on trombone, Bill Folger on tuba, and Mark O'Brien on drum set to play Jared Spears at a Dixieland jazz funeral. Ladies and gentlemen, I firmly believe that every band should end their concert season with a great march. And there is no greater march than the official march of the United States of America, John Philip Sousa's The Stars and Stripes Forever. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Lynchburg Pops Community Band, thank you for your support and patronage this year and always, and we look forward to seeing you again next season.